Peace to the gods, peace to the earth. Y'all climb on in. Y'all climb on in. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? How y'all been? And all that good stuff. Yeah, I'm only 8 minutes late. You know what I'm saying? Only 8 minutes late. If y'all don't know, y'all need to follow me on Instagram. It's been going down on my Instagram. I've been dropping a lot of lives and a lot of material on my Instagram. You know, I just got out of Facebook jail today. But even though Facebook and Instagram is owned by the same people, Instagram been letting me do my thing. So y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. I go live every single day on Instagram in the morning. Tomorrow I'm gonna do some meditation and some breathing exercises with y'all, and it's just a lot of material that I can put on there for now. My Yaki TV on the website is almost back up and running too. You know what I'm saying? That's almost back up and running. But yeah, I usually be on Instagram every day, y'all. I literally just got out of Facebook jail. I don't know why they be keeping me locked up in that deal, but they do. Other than that, man, some good news. A lot of people been reaching out to us. A whole lot of people been reaching out to us about, you know, just the outreach programs we got going on, inquiring land and, you know, sharing foods and food programs amongst each other, water, building to keep these prisoners from being inside of the prison systems, breaking up this school to prison pipeline, changing the environment. It's been literally over 600 people, man. I mean, to make my heart feel good, it's been over 600 people who have reached out, who have offered their hand, who have offered their time, who have offered their financial everything. Just like, look, what you need me at, where you need me at to get this stuff done to free our people. So the website is being built. The website should be done by next week. Y'all see exactly what we doing. We traveling all across the United States, getting these things together. We already booked in a few states. All of that will be on the website, and it's going down, y'all. It's going down. So that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Shalom to y'all. Peace to the gods, peace to the earth for everybody climbing in. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. It's a lot of stuff that I cannot post on YouTube. And it's a lot of stuff that I can't post on Facebook at all, because Facebook throwing me in Facebook jail every other day. Even though they own the same platform, and Facebook own Instagram, I don't know why I'm able to tell the truth on Instagram and can't on Facebook. They probably finna hit my Instagram too very soon, but by the time that happened, my Yaki TV, which was on YakiAwaken.com, will be back up and running. So if y'all are on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Peace to the guys, peace to the Nazarenes, peace to the Nazarite and the scenes, and all my brothers and sisters that's up in this building. Today I want to talk about the food to disease and death relationship, and how it's the biggest pandemic. You know, we hearing a lot of things about the epidemic, about the that this override or overrate what's been going on with inside of our community. We let this override and overrate the death that's been happening in our community, which is heart disease. Do y'all realize heart disease is the #1 cause of death amongst the black community? Number 2 is cancer. Do y'all realize that's the #2 most death amongst the black community? Number 3 is diabetes and high blood pressure, but high blood pressure is related to heart disease. Cancer is related to heart disease. Diabetes is related to heart disease. Kidney failure is related to heart disease. All these stress diseases that kills literally 30 to 24% of the entire black community, black population globally happen every single year. But all of a sudden, we all focus on this new pandemic. All of a sudden, we focus on this new epidemic, and we are not sitting back realizing that we've been dying at massive alarming rates way before this C word came in. You know, this C-19 came in and even did its things, which was fabricated by a way. But you know, I don't want to talk about that because they're gonna snatch me off the live. But I do want to talk about a very, very real present disease that's amongst our people, and these are the stress related diseases that I'm talking about every day, all day. Every day, all day, and its relationship to what you're feeding and what you're putting in your mouth, let alone the environment. So y'all climb on in. Peace, y'all. Y'all climb on in. I'm gonna wait for a few more to get in, and we're gonna get everything started. And again, Baruch Hashem Yahweh, I thank all of y'all. You know, a lot of Comedic brothers been reaching out. Man, we just been having every different walks of people, you know, reaching out for one particular cause. And that's why it's good not to shut everybody out. That's why it's good not to camp bang. That's why it's good not to bang on beliefs. It's good to find a common agreement, and that's the science. The science of everything is passing from the lower nature and putting off the animalistic nature and raising your vibration and become God within. No matter what belief system you in, That's the science. And if you can agree with that and stick to that, you will be surprised how many people you win over. You'll be surprised how many people you convert over. You'll be surprised if you just show your works and you show the love and you show the purpose and the passion of how you want to heal your community, how that alone will win people over from different belief systems. You don't have to go gang banging in the spirit. You don't have to go camp banging in the spirit. I ain't got to, put a Bible in your face and smack you up with the Bible all day and try to make you get it. When you show your works and you just leave it up to them and make it their choice to either get down with you or not, you will be surprised how many people would like to, know more and want to walk in your life and just see how living this lifestyle actually work out. And it's been working out fine for me for the last 9 to 10 years on doing that. Just, and that's why I love that I'm inside of the science part, the biochemist part, pulling out the metaphysic part, being a metaphysician when it comes to ancient scripts and ancient scrolls, because a lot of brothers and sisters can identify with that and not the religious side, because the religious side is the bondage side. But when you pull out that true freedom, and you show, and these things can affect the community, that's when you be like, oh, okay, now I see how that system work. Now I see how that system work. Now I see if I apply this to my day-to-day life, my family got healed. Now I see if I apply the economic part of this, how I'm bringing money and I'm able to save my household and we can be financially free. Now I see if I apply the moral codes, how me and a brother that was beefing for hundreds of years, but I'm exaggerating, but you know how I talk. Hundreds of years now we cool and we able to sit down with each other and chop bread and able to talk about some things. Now I see how, once I put away the anger, the malice, the hatred in my heart, I'm able to love myself. And by me loving myself, I can love my children, my family. And by me loving my children and my family, that teaches me how to love my community. And that's what the science is. That's what I'm talking about. And that's the real deal, nitty gritty things that we need to be really paying attention to whenever we walk in this walk of life, because our people are sick, y'all, and our people need help. It's so many of us that have been programmed and have been taught to value materialism and to value financial gain and to value clothes and to value anything that when you die, you can't take it with you. You know what I'm saying? And you value that way more than you value your health. You value that way more than you value your peace. You value those things way more than you value your sanity. I mean, even vagina. We have put vagina on so much of a pedestal that we are literally killing ourselves just to keep that. Women with penises chasing after men instead of finding you within and loving you for who you are. You're trying to change your image and make yourself express and look a certain type of way, mimicking other nations just to get a hold of a man. It's just the lack of love in our community, the lack of love amongst the African community really have us sick with disease and ailments. And we don't realize that we have been taught that the food that we eat is actually food, and we have never put together the food to disease to death relationship. This is a trap, just like from school to prison pipeline. This all the same thing: food, disease to death. Everything leads to the ultimate demise of the so-called Negro, of the so-called African, of the so-called black man. And we have to understand what white supremacy is. A lot of people haven't really studied white supremacy and looked at its ugly head. It's not that we look better than them. It's not that we more rhythmatic than them. It's not that our dicks are bigger than theirs. I mean, even though all these things play a significant role and part of why the hatred and jealousy is there, but this is talking about genetic recession. This is talking about genetic recession. This is talking about genetic repopulation. That's where white supremacy come in at. You looking at a people that repopulate, I mean, on a massive level. And if they go and they sleep with anybody that's black, if a black woman sleep with a white man, that baby come out black. You see that? If a black man sleep with a white woman, that baby come out black. And they went around to these different continents when they was doing their voyages, and they was seeing these things, and they're like, dang, I see when it comes to genetic. Okay, when it comes to mindset and war, when it comes to war, we are superior. That's what they thinking. But when it comes to repopulating, when it comes to dominating the earth through genetics and genes, through the gene pool, they notice that they were inferior. And that's where white supremacy came in at, because no matter what they do or who they sleep with, the baby's going to come out color. That's the real thing about white supremacy. And once you understand that, then you understand why we're dying through the food. Then you will understand why they're even putting azodide chemicals in our clothes that's killing us. Then you'll understand why everything leads to the demise of your sperm. Everything leads to the demise of your reproductive system and of your reproductive organ. See, they are attacking the penis and the vagina. They're attacking the semen and the eggs. They're attacking the testicles and the ovaries. Ultimately, when you sit back and you look at the grand scheme of things, that's what they're attacking, showing you what the whole point of white supremacy is. It's to wipe out a race to keep another small minority, because they actually are the minority. They're not majority at all. That's another lie and stigma and propaganda that they put on us to make us think inside of this small box when we are the majority. There is color people on every inch of this planet. Our souls done touched every different part of this planet, y'all. We are everywhere. Like, look, we don't die, we multiply. We Jacob kids, straight up. We African children. It's so much of us. But if you look at the way the systematic race system have been played, and all of these weapons, psychological warfare, chemical warfare, germ warfare, virus warfare, clothing warfare, food warfare, and all these weapons of mass destructions that have been calculated and targeted against us, you will see within the last 50, and I ain't even went back 100 years, I just went back to 50 years. Every year, we are repopulating less and less, showing you that it's a threat that's coming on to our people. Our existence and our survival is at a threat now, because more than ever, we are now dying off faster than any other race and not repopulating. We've been dying quickly. Millions and millions of Africans died when we was snatched from the shores of Africa and took here and put into slavery, but we was humping and reproducing so much, it kind of really didn't matter. But now they have figured out a way to attack our genome code. They have figured out a way to stop us from repopulating and reproducing. So now we still dying off even faster than what we are dying off back in the slavery days, back in the chattel slavery days. We still dying off even faster, but now we're not repopulating whatsoever. And you see the stacks as it keep going, and we are losing this war, y'all. We are losing this war. And that's the reason why I'm up here. And I speak every Tuesday. I'm doing my lives. That's the reason why I travel and I do the seminars, and we healing people, because we need to get this in our head that we are at war. The moment we understand that is the moment we'll be able to change our consciousness and open and expand our consciousness and become aware of what's going on around us. And then we have the ability to accumulate the knowledge that we need for we to be able to fight back psychologically, because this is a psychological warfare that's going on before anything. Now, is it physical? Is the blood of our people are being spilt in the streets? Truth. Is police brutality real? Yes, truth. I mean, they killing us every single day. Is black on black crime and violence and deaths is real? Yes, it is, which is another byproduct of white supremacy. Don't get it twisted. Even black on black violence have been created from white supremacy, have been created from this systematic racism. All of this come from that. Is we dying at alarming rates because of that? Yes, we are. But are we dying more? Or we dying more from disease, heart disease, and all of these food and death relationships? Yes, we is. And this is all psychologically. For you to put something in your mouth and know it ain't food, but eat it because it tastes good, that is a mental illness. You see that? For you to be involved in a relationship when you know this person toxic, and then y'all start promoting and bragging about who can be the toxic person in the relationship, and this stimulates you sexually, that is a mental illness. For you to be able to look at a brother that look just like you, that shares the same ancestral gene pool, the same skin color, the same Negro spirituals and culture and ritualistic cultures, and to be able to shoot him in his head or shoot a woman in the head, that is a mental illness. For you to be able to lay down with somebody that's not even of the same race and of this gene pool, and take all of these perfect genes, that perfect stock, and recreate with another race of species, that is a mental illness, especially when there's millions of women that look just like you, and it is 16 women every man. It's 16 black women at every one man. A lot of us have been turned homosexual, which is another byproduct of white supremacy. A lot of us are locked and snared in prison houses, which is another byproduct of white supremacy. A lot of us are dying from heart disease, high blood pressure, all these stress related diseases, which is another byproduct of white supremacy. So when you look around and you look at the black man, if he's not locked up, he's homosexual. If he's not homosexual, he's sterile and he can't reproduce, if he's not sterile and he can't reproduce, you have been taught to love money and love Uncle Tom more than love his pockets. So he's not making enough to take care of you. So where do that leave us? So now the women are leaving the black man and going to sleep with other races. Or now the black man is so envious of his oppressor and want to feel like he's on a high hog so bad that he'll go sleep with a white woman. So now, not only is they killing us systematically through our food and through chemicals and through germs and through everything else, through psychological wise and psychological warfare, we hate each other and we don't even want to lay down with each other. Y'all don't think that's a mental illness? To pass up 13 to 16 beautiful black curvy women to go lay down with a white woman? Or to pass up some tall, dark, and handsome, statured black kings and to go lay with a white man? These are mental illnesses that's going on. These are mental illnesses all predicated upon systemic white racism. Y'all, it really is. So what I want to touch on today, though, is this food disease to death relationship. Because everybody always want to talk about, yeah, they died of heart disease. Oh, man, they died of high blood pressure. Oh, man, they died of cancer. Oh, man, they died of this. They died of that. Lil Jojo got killed in the hood. But we have never, ever, ever thought about maybe it's the food. Maybe it's the food that is causing these things. That's the common denominator amongst a lot of things that we can, all put together and say this is what caused this and this is what caused that. But everybody want to talk about the corona. Everybody want to talk about the COVID. The biggest pandemic that ever hit our people was another people. The biggest pandemic and the biggest virus to planet Earth is another race of people. It's another group of people that's causing all the pollution in the air, that's causing mass destructions, creating weapons of mass destruction, nuclear warfare, putting all types of oil deposits and gas pipes in the oceans, killing the fish, killing the ecosystem, killing everything. The cancer of the earth and the virus of the earth, it ain't no damn coronavirus. It is another people that are very destructive, and everywhere they go, they cause havoc, they cause death, they rape, they pillage, they burn down, and then they control the people. That's the biggest virus that I've been seeing, the more and more I've been studying. That's the biggest bacteria infection that I done seen, the more and more I study and the more I visit and see the world. That's the biggest murderer I didn't see. That we want to talk about black on black crime. Let's look at white on white crime and white on black crime. It will blow y'all mind. And I know a lot of people like, Yaki, why you always getting on here and you talking about these other people? Why every time you go live, you have to talk about racism? Why every time you go live, you have to talk about the cave dweller? The reason why, because these cave dwellers have molded and shaped our reality. Our whole perception and consciousness has been birthed from these people. So in order to unravel what's been done over thousands of years, we have to speak about it and make you consciously aware of what's been going on and show you how big of a pandemic systematic and systemic racism is. That way, when you look at that beast and you look at the ugly heads that's attached to that beast, when you pick up your sword to slice the head down, you're not cutting off your own brothers and sisters. You actually can identify and know who the enemy is. That's the reason why I talk about it so much, because that's what got us sick, and that's what's got us dying. That's what's got us sick with disease, mucus, and inflammatory diseases, all stress-related diseases. When we was in Africa, we was good. We was straight. When we was in the tropics, breathing in that sun, we was good, getting all them nutraceuticals and phytonutrients and bioflavonoids. We was straight. We had our 7 senses. We had multiple senses. We was very majestical, magical. We was superheroes. We was doing all types of things that they will say is physically impossible. That is a phenomenon. We was doing all of that. Now we are so messed up spiritually, and we are so brought down on so many different conscious levels. We are straight regressing. We're not progressing. Just look, we was regressing more than in slavery than what we are now when it comes to our spirituality and it comes to our education. And it's crazy because if you look, we have more education that's available to us than ever before. So how is a people that's not in so-called slavery no more, not in shadow and basically cattle slavery? They say chattel, but if you really want to speak the Hebrew language, CNH make that's cattle slavery, because we was being used as cattle. When you look at cattle slavery, y'all, it will look like that we was the most mentally ill people ever. How in the hell are we more mentally ill now than we were back then when that was physical oppression? It just shows you how powerful the mind is. So let's talk about it, family. Now, I want to talk about food because food, again, as I constantly tell y'all time and time again, food is information. And this information is vital to the body. This information is vital because it brings vitality and it brings all your nutraceuticals or any type of nutrients you need to feed the body. This information is DNA. This is what molds and shapes your DNA. Do y'all realize that if you actually look at the number one cause of the black man, it is heart disease? So when you start studying the heart, and what these chambers do and what the aorta valves do and how the heart actually brings in oxygen blood from the lungs, and then it literally, these valves open up and then it brings all the information and the nutraceuticals and the iron and the minerals, and it drop it off to each individual cell of the body. It starts letting you know how important that heart is, and everything that we are doing is leading to heart disease. Well, what stresses the heart more than stress? Nothing. Every disease we got is stress-related disease because we're being pressured into doing things that we know spiritually we're not supposed to be doing. We know spiritually that we're not supposed to be doing. And we sit up here and, we interview and we have hundreds and hundreds of consultations a week. And people be like, well, look, I know I'm not supposed to be eating this meat, but it tastes good. I know I'm not supposed to be drinking these alcohols and drinking these sodas, but it tastes good. My doctor told me I need to change my diet, but I'm just addicted to the food. And you start seeing, okay, we are eating out of stress. We are eating for a psychological relief because all these stress diseases. I've been looking at cortisol. Cortisol is a salt that is produced by the adrenal glands, and epinephrine and neuroepinephrine. These are hormones that's produced by the 7 glandular highways, or what we call the 7 chakras, or the 7 churches of the 7 seals. These different organs produce these things when you're in a state of fight or flight, when you feel like you're on the run, or you need to, you need to conserve energy to survive. And that's what's been happening. We've been conserving energy in the wrong way. You have hundreds of trillions of cells in your body that release ATP, which stands for adenosine triphosphate. This is an energy that your body fires off to help you digest your food, to help you raise your penis when you're ready to procreate and reproduce, to help you go work out whenever you need to tone your body, to help you meditate, to help you breathe, to help you digest. We've been spending all of this energy, right? All this energy have been going towards us fight or flight. So that's the reason why our growth hormones have been stunted. That's the reason why we losing inches of our penis every decade. That's the reason why our penis can't get hard and we can't even reproduce. That's the reason why our hair are falling out. That's the reason why our blood is not circulating right inside of our avatars, because all of this energy that's supposed to be going towards you, keeping a body of homeostasis, keeping a balanced, healthy lifestyle, is now going towards your fight or flight, because you've been living your whole life in fear and you don't even realize that you've been living in false evidence appearing real. You don't even realize that you have been living in a conscious state of fear your whole entire life, because it's been so subtly endowed inside your DNA that you damn near can't even see it unless you sit back and become aware of what's going on around you. Be like, damn, I am living a life of fear. That's why I have bad anxiety. I mean, anxiety so bad, anything that happened, you run to the hospital because you think something going on to you. Anything that happened, your heart start to ache. You constipated half the time. You can't get an erection. Your blood is thinning out. The circulation bad. You got diabetes. Sugar is raising in your blood. The pancreas is becoming weak. All of these systematic acidic diseases are coming upon us because we're not able to utilize the energy that our cells produce right, because that energy is being used for fight or flight and not to be happy, not to be well, not to be in love, not to bring oxytocin and dopamines. We don't have no more oxytocin and dopamines being produced naturally by the natural food that we eating. Now they give you synthetic dopamines and they give you synthetic oxytocin. They putting this bullshit in your McDonald's, in your pizza, in your soda machines, in your candies, your candy bars, your Snickers, your peanuts, everything. And these are fake oxytocins. These are fake dopamines, and it's getting you hooked on into the very food that's causing all these stress-related diseases, y'all. And we still haven't seen the connection, but everybody walking around with a mask on. You see that? But ain't nobody walking around with an empty colon, though. Everybody walking around with a mask on. Everybody ain't walking around saying put the guns down. Everybody want to walk around with a mask on. Ain't nobody doing breathing exercises. Everybody want to walk around with a mask on. Don't nobody want to change their diet and drink water. Everybody want to walk around with a mask on. Everybody, they looking at, but you look at fruit like it's a side dish, but everybody it's crazy how the media and the power that the media have, y'all. We have to watch the media. If the media is not cultism, if the media is not witchcraft and sorcery, I don't know what is. Imagine people controlling the information that they give out to the masses, and everything that's a part of this information is straight bullshit. I mean, everything. Everything is backwards, Babylon. Whatever they say is good is actually bad. Whatever they say is up is actually down. Whatever they say is inside out is actually outside in. And we taking this information and we are literally programming our lives and planning out our lives based off of false information and education that's been given to us. We've been walking around living a lie. Living a lie. And that's the reason why we are so sick, because what you think is ain't no damn such thing as healthy, lean chicken. I'm going to get the white part. I'm going to eat the white meat. Ain't no such thing as healthy white chicken breast, turkey breast. I want to eat the meat that's closer up to the heart. Ain't no such thing. All that shit is acidic. All of it. Ain't no such thing as healthy Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi. See that this is information that we've been getting from a people that's not us. Y'all know who own the television networks? Y'all know who own the music industry? Y'all know who own all these programming? Do y'all know who own these things? Y'all know who own the newsstands? Do y'all know who own YouTube, own Facebook, own these very media outlets that I'm talking about? It's not you, black man, black woman. It's not you. So, of course, if they need to stay in power, if, of course, they need to stay ruling, they not finna give you no correct information. You got to be out your mind if you think they giving you the right, correct information. They need to stay up. In order to stay up, you can never put a people up on game, because then you equal the playing field. And our genetics is way better than them. They would never win in hand-on-hand combat. So they know that they can't fuck with us when it comes to that. So, of course, they will have to suppress you, oppress you, and depress you psychologically. It makes all the sense in the world. Makes all the sense in the world, family. Makes all the sense in the world. And then I'm looking, look, these are my stats, y'all. You know, I just write and I jot all day. And these are stats that I just got written down on my pad, y'all. Check this out, man. Just check out what I was studying and peeping today. Heart disease, right? Black people, look, 23.6% of the entire collective black race. Check my stats if y'all think I'm lying. I looked this up on multiple sites, multiple publications, and multiple sources. 23.6% of the whole global black population die a year just off heart disease alone, family. Now check this out. Out of the whole population of heart disease, 30% of black women is likely to get heart disease before white people. Why is that? Because we've been created an environment and put it in, the environment have been created for us and they put us in us. Like I was teaching in my last lesson I was doing a couple of weeks back when I was in ATL at Kobe crib. Look, we are living in a prison system. You think it's free because you can walk out and wiggle your toes in the grass and you can smell the air. You better watch The Matrix. All that shit was fake. The grass was fake. The birds was fake. That white woman with that red dress on was fake. That steak was fake. It tasted real. Everything looked real, but it's a stimulation. It's a program. We have been put into a false program, feeding our perception with false information, and we think that we healthy and we living when we dying off more than any other race on planet Earth. Peep these stats. Stats don't lie, y'all. Stats do not lie. 3 out of every 5 people, 3 out of every 5 black person in the world have high blood pressure. Do y'all realize heart disease is caused by high blood pressure? Well, where do you get high blood pressure from? Your diet and your stress level. Your social environment is what gives you high blood pressure. And then and guess what is higher in? The black woman. But it makes sense because they have drove the black man out of the household. So the woman don't have no choice. The African woman don't have no choice but to deal with the children, but to deal with the family, but to go to work, but to be on her hands and knees all day, every night, making sure the family good, don't get no sleep and all of that. So it makes sense why Grandma Bessie died of a stroke. It makes sense why Grandma Alberta died of a stroke in the bathroom. And I'm speaking of my own grandmas, y'all. It makes sense how my grandma Viola, my mother's mother, just died of kidney failure. It all makes sense because these ladies were doing all things while the black man wasn't in the household, or the black man was beating her upside the head because all the systematic racism and pressure he was up under. Y'all see what's going on here? Do y'all get that these stats are real, y'all? Look, check this out. Check this out. 60% of the black population globally yearly die from diabetes. Get diabetes. My bad, y'all. That was false information. Get diabetes. Out of the 60% that get diabetes, 4.5% of the global population of black people die from diabetes. Die from getting their leg cut off, their hand cut off, die from their pancreas failing. And look, diabetes is a straight up food disease. A food disease. Do y'all realize how many brothers and sisters die from sickle cell anemia, and don't no other race on planet Earth get sickle cell anemia but the Hebraic African race? What is going on? And we not even sitting back and looking at the common denominator, our environment and the shit that we putting in our mouths. And then we don't never question the food or who told us this was food. Who told you that was food? Who told you that that was the truth? Who told you that the Bible is authentic? Who told you these things? Who told you? And that's what we got to ask ourselves. Okay, let me challenge the information. I'm not saying automatically put it down. Just challenge the information. Who told you that this shit was real? Who told you that we are actually living in an actuality and a reality? Who told you that? Huh? Who told you that Black History is only 1 month? Who told you that? Who told you that the first president of the United States was a white man? Who told you that? Who told you that the world was a globe? Who told you that? And then you start getting where the information come from. It come from a people that don't look nothing like you. And it come from a people that benefit off you being suppressed, oppressed, and depressed. And you telling me that that information is true? Not only no, but hell no. Come on, man. Like, you have to make these things make sense. You just got to. You just got to. Who told you that blonde hair and blue eyes was sexy and that was in and you want your children to look like that? Who told you that? Who told you straight hair was in? Who told you that straight hair was sexy? I love me a kinky nappy haired blue black woman. Who told you that that shit was cute? Who programmed that in your mindset? Where did you get all of these ideologies from? Who told you that Jordans was the best shoes a Negro can put on his feet? Who told you that it have to be Versace? Who told you it have to be Coach and Gucci to make you validated? Who told you that? That's all I'm asking. Where is this shit coming from? Huh? And then wherever it's coming from, trace back that, right? And then see who's creating these things and tell me if they look like you and I. They don't. They don't. So this means that you do not have my best interest at heart. Because if you had my best interest at heart, we will be controlling and dominating the world like we was in the beginning and like we was in the dark ages. If you had my best interest at heart, you will return all the goods that your people done stole from my people, the trillions of tons of gold that y'all people done stole from my people, all of our histories and artifacts that's in that damn Vatican church beneath the earth. You will give us all our literature back. You will get us all our ancient history back. You will get us all our remedies of medicine back. You will give us our shit back if y'all was thinking the best interest of black people. But you not, because you know that the moment that you relinquish that true information back over to us, it's going to unlock our DNA and we're going to be the gods that you will have to serve. I know it hurt. I know, but truth is truth. Who telling y'all this stuff? You learn it from the enemy, and then we have the nerve to brag about what the enemy have taught us. Huh? Instead of comparing the information and seeing what's bullshit and what not. We would take the information from the oppressor and we would straight brag about it and get into intellectual debates about it and all these other things. And it's like, at the end of the day, who taught that to you? At the end of the day, who taught you that music? We actually think that blues came from a white people. Blues came from broken-hearted black men. That's where that came from. Now you do got Khazarian Jews over the music, over the television network, and then you look at the secret relationship between the blacks and the Jews that was written by Louis Minister Farrakhan and the Muslims, and that shit will blow your mind, that secret relationship. And then get inside of the scriptures and it will blow your mind, that secret relationship, and how the atrocities that happened to our people, how everybody else benefited from our slavery and our downfall but us. And you telling me that the food and the diet they giving us is real, that it's healthy. Then you give me this protein bullshit myth saying that we need protein and we need milk to make the bone strong, and you need this and need that to get the dick hard, and all this other nonsense bull crap that don't even make sense if you learn simple chemistry and biology. And I'm gonna keep asking y'all, who told you that? Who told you that? But then when we come with information and we come to things that make sense, you call it abnormal, or you deem it as witchcraft, or you say that it's lies, or you say that I'm using it for monetary gain and this and that and this and that. But we actually doing the research in our own research institutes outside of the slavery system. Let's quit. Look, we have to quit trying to validate, and we have to quit promoting information that come from a people that need you oppressed for them to stay in power. That don't make sense. We need to quit promoting information and believing information that come from a people that need you to stay oppressed, depressed, and suppressed for them to stay in power. Nothing that they teach you could be good for your freedom. Nothing that they teach you could be good for your health. Nothing that they teach you could be good for your own actual benefit as a people, y'all. Do we understand that? So, of course, when we talk about diet, we have to question that shit too. We question everything else, but when it comes to food, we don't question it at all. This food is bad. Who told you that meat was good? Who told you that? Who told you that milk was good for the bones? Who told you that? Who told you if you look at the sun that you will go blind? Who told you that bullshit? They don't want you to unlock your third eye. They don't want you to blast open that pineal gland. That's why they don't want you sun glazing. Who told you that astrology was wicked? Yes, worshiping stars is wicked as hell because you're not worshiping the creator. But studying the science of the stars, the wise men was astrologers. Christ studied the constellations. Abraham counted the stars. Who told you that was demonic? Huh? The houses of many mansions, and then you look up houses. It's houses are part of zodiacs, and you look up zodiacs, and it equivalates to the 12 tribes of Israel, and that's the reason why you have 12 houses. I mean, look, we have to really start asking who told us. We got to start questioning things, y'all, because we cannot rebuild our nations if we don't. I'm not trying to tell y'all to go against y'all spiritual beliefs. I'm not trying to tell y'all to go against y'all systems. I'm just telling y'all to question everything. Question anything that was put in your hands by a white man. Question it, because the white man is benefiting off you being oppressed and not knowing shit. And these are just the facts, family. This not me trying to come destroy your faith, destroy your belief, none of that. I'm just here to provoke thought in you, Black God. I'm just in here to provoke thought in you, Black goddess. And yes, I said goddess because that's what she is. If she's a reflection of her man, which is a god. That's what she is. She's a goddess. If I'm a god and my wives are a reflection of me, what, that make them peasants? No, if I'm a god and they reflect me, that make them goddesses. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, look, who is teaching y'all this bullshit? Where's this info? Where's the root to this information? And then you track it down and it got a pale face man that's behind all of this in the ancient people. That's all I'm saying. So all I'm trying to do is provoke thought in you. I'm trying to unlock the God that's within that temple of yours. And you can't unlock that God if you putting the wrong foods in your body and if you corroding your temple, the temple of God. You cannot do that if you got the wrong information actually being involved inside of that brain of yours. You cannot do that if you are sticking and procreating your penis inside of white women and literally downgrading our race and our genetic makeup code. It's impossible for you to love our people and do things like that. It's impossible for you to love our people and teach them things that was taught to you by a white man. It's impossible for the black man to love the black woman and the black woman to love the black man, but you will go repopulate, and y'all know marriage political, and you will go marry outside your race. This shit, it don't make sense. Now, am I saying that the people that already have these mixed children, is it all bad? No, it's not. Because if you mix with black, it's already black. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. The white man ain't finna say that that's a white baby. He gonna see, if he see a little nigga in that baby's a nigga. That's just how he looks at it. But I'm saying this, we have to trust in our good stock. We have to trust in us. We need to start trusting in our people. We need to create our own information networks, y'all. We need to create our own economical banking systems. We need to create our own schools that teaches the true history of African people. And I mean deeper true history, even before Hebrew Israelite. Even before that, we were a people. We need to teach all of that. We need to quit trying to fractionalize and break off bits and pieces of our history, because then that shit becomes lies too. We need to go deep back into the root of things. We need to open up our 7 vortexes. We need to open up these 7 glandular highways and 7 chakras and become aware, for we can allow that pure information from the creator Yahweh in nature to truly flow within us and unlock our DNA. We have to do this ourselves. The worst thing that we ever did was let another people raise our people. The worst thing we ever did is let another people, feed our children, educate our children, put housing to our children, build brick and mortars for our children. Like when are we going to break out of this slavery mentality? When? And it's going to have to happen systematically, because if I try to do it by myself, they're going to put me down. They already cut my brake lines. FBI they seized hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? They shut down and hacked my website. We see what they did to Dr. Sabi. We see what they do to everybody that stands up and speak. If we all stand up together, they can't kill. Look, you can't kill every Negro in the world. It's too many of us. We're the majority. We're the majority. You see that? So I can't do this by myself. Just like Sabi couldn't do it by himself. Just like Dr. Amos Wilson couldn't do it by himself. Just like Malcolm X couldn't do it by himself. Just like Marcus Garvey couldn't do it by himself. See that? Just like Frederick Douglass couldn't do it by himself. Just like Dr. Umar Johnson can't do it by himself. Just like the Messiah couldn't do it by himself. See, I can keep going, so on and so on. Just like Shaka Zulu, the tribal warrior from the Zulu clan, the Bantu nation, couldn't do it by himself. Yaki ain't gonna be able to do it by himself either. When are we gonna have a generation of black guys that's gonna stand up and to say enough with this bullshit, enough with this religion, these lies, enough with these narcissistic mindset, and men want to rule over other men and black men want to rule over other black families. Enough is enough with this shit. When are we going to stand up and say that? When we going to stand up and say, you know what? We're going to grow our own food according to our own information and own knowledge. I'm not finna grow cauliflower. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm growing it myself, because cauliflower lack pigmentation and that shit ain't real and it don't have no carbon in it. See that? Look, this go deeper than just having your own communities and growing your own foods and having your own homesteads. What information is being taught in these fields? What information is being taught in these camps? What information is being taught in your agricultural ritual practices? What's the information you're teaching to do these things? Because this is nothing but a replication. We'll break off and think we're doing our own thing, but we're replicating Babylon. We're replicating the same system that got us oppressed, depressed, and suppressed, because we are fancying ourselves to be scholars and to be doctors and to be Hebrew teachers and mores and pastors off the information from the damn devil. We have to make it make sense, family. That's all I'm saying. That's all I am saying. Enough is enough, man. It really is. So we have to start seeing it. So you start looking at these stats, man, and it just, man, it hurts my heart. You know, I'm very in tune and in touch with my emotions and with my feminine side as well as my masculine side. I'm very balanced. You know what I'm saying? I'm man enough to admit that I actually work on my feminine aspects, because you can't be creative without your feminine aspects. You can't be creative at all. Anytime you're into music, anytime you're into acrobats, anytime you're into really the thinking mind that's not on the logical side, which is your masculine side, you are tapping into your feminine side, or that feminine aspect, or that feminine nature, and we need both of them to be balanced as human beings. You see that? And that's the whole ideology about Adam and Eve and how Adam was created from the rib of Eve. It's literally talking about the masculine and feminine aspect of the one man. Whoa, man, one man, and that one man is male and female when they are together, or is the female mind and the male mind when it's balanced out properly in a balance of homeostasis. And the more and more that I meditate and I focus on that, man, my heart really, I see why my mama used to cry when I was running the streets. I see why my grandma used to cry and say, baby, you gotta change. I see why I wipe tears from my mama's and from my wife's eyes and just from all the women I did wrong, because they was in tune. And the more and more I get in tune, reading shit like this hurt my heart, because we are literally running around. We have been so mentally fucked, y'all. We are running around with a mask on our face all day just to go home, to take off the mask and a drink of Pepsi or eat some food that'll kill you faster than the mask being on your face, that'll kill you way faster than a corona or a COVID-19 virus. And we talking about a pandemic. The real pandemic is systematic racism and oppression that's been going on with my people for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, for centuries. That's the pandemic. The pandemic is us, the regression and the degrading and of our people. That's the pandemic. Us dying and not reproducing. That's the pandemic. It is a threat going on with our survival, y'all, if we don't stand up now, and if we don't put out true information, and if we don't eat the correct foods, and if we don't build our own homesteads and create our own environment and educate our own children and teach them this very important knowledge and us to tap into the God they're in. They already done polluted the earth, y'all, so much. The earth have been regressing so much, she's gonna have to purge herself, you know, and only the strong will survive. So we need to make sure we got herbs in us at all times, purifying our bodies, making sure our lymphatic system is moving, making sure our nervous system is communicating with the whole body simultaneously. We need to be on herbs every second, every minute of the day. You need to drink a herbal tea a day. You see that? You need to make sure you're reading a book a day. You need to make sure you're expanding your mind. You need to make sure you're reading a black book by a black author that's teaching black information a day. You need to make sure that you are tapped into a circle of people that want to see you do good. You see what I'm saying? Because we will have to, in order to win this, it will have to be spiritual, y'all. It will have to be. Because we don't own no nuclear war bombs. We don't own no damn armies. None of that. This will have to be us unlocking the God within. If we do not unlock the God that's within us, we gonna die. We're going to self-extinct, y'all. We have to start tapping into that covenant blood and what Yahweh gave us. He gave us something called neural-melanin. We have to unlock this melatonin. We have to unlock this junk DNA, and we have to ascend. This is the only way we're going to win this war, because this war have been fought for so long that our people have become enemies to themselves. These are just facts. So in order to truly win this war that we in, we going to have to turn it up spiritual. We're going to have to use our spirituality. You see that? And look, you know, it's crazy. And I'm not promoting voodoo at all. I'm not. I don't think voodoo is a good thing. I don't think it's a good thing. But I do want to speak about the Haitians in their war and when they won that war. Notice what they did. They said enough is enough with this political bullshit. Hey, we finna cut some chicken heads and sprinkle some blood and call on our ancestors or whatever case that may be. We finna use spirituality to fight this war, and they won. And we finna have to do the same thing. We finna have to use true righteous spirituality. I'm not talking about any black magic or things like that, but I did use that analogy because that was a good analogy. That's why I used it. But we're gonna have to tap deep within our culture, and we're gonna have to unlock our DNA. We're gonna have to unlock these 7 meridian pathways. We're gonna have to lock these 12 disciples inside of our mind, or what you would call the 12 melanated clusters, or the 12 cranial nerves. We're gonna have to lock the 3 that bear record in heaven, which is the spirit, and which is the mind, and which is the body. We're gonna have to unlock these things, and we're gonna have to use that to wage this war. And we only can do that psychologically, y'all, because on the physical level, y'all, unless we all get together and unify, all of us on this planet, on every corner of this earth, we will not win this war. That's why the redemption of this people will have to be prolific. It's gonna have to be fucking miraculous. It will have to be spiritual. It's gonna have to be a spiritual mandate that goes down, and the only way we can do that is by tapping into the spiritual realm. And a lot of you Negroes, especially you Hebrew Israelites, is scary as hell, and y'all will never reach it. Y'all never get there, because y'all been taught religions by white men through black eyes and through black faces. You know what I'm saying? Just because it got brown eyes, nappy hair, and a black face don't mean it's for the benefit of you if everything that come off their tongue is from a white man. And we have to understand that, you know, we do. And I know these are hard conversations. I know they are. I know these are hard things to discuss and talk about. But if I don't talk about these things, who are going to talk about them? Somebody got to talk about this stuff. Somebody got to question everything. Somebody got to say, what if? Somebody got to say, where did that come from? Somebody got to say, that shit don't make sense. I don't care what book is in. That don't make sense. Somebody got to say that. And if I got to get ridiculed, if I got to be talked about, if I got to, you know what I'm saying, be blasphemed, if I got to lose my clientele, if people got to tell their congregation to stop fucking with me because I'm trying to invoke the God and the goddess that's within you, hey, I'm willing to take all the persecution. It is what it is. You see that? Because I'm for the people. I'm not for myself. I'm not for just my family. I'm from the whole organic family of this earth. I'm talking about Africanism globally. That's what I'm for. That's what I'm for. I can't no longer identify myself with a select group of people when I have a whole worldwide organic family of people that's in just different belief systems that we just need to bring over. You see what I'm saying? And we just marginalize ourselves so much after this white man been marginalizing us and segregating us and separating us from society for so long. We use religion to do the same thing amongst our own brothers and sisters. And this shit just, it don't make sense to me anymore, family. And I know this hurts y'all to hear it, but it don't. It just don't make sense to me. It don't. I don't make sense to me. A Muslim brother that's dying of heart disease hurt like fuck, just like a Hebrew Israelite brother that's dying of heart disease. That shit hurt the same to me. A Comedic brother got herpes and HIV. That hurt as fuck, just like a brother that's using the Circle 7, that's in Islam, that's in I Self Law and Master, that believe he's a Moor. That shit hurt the same to me. I'm not finna treat him no different because he served a different science to the same God. Yes, I said it. A different science to the same all-knowing God. And we haven't arrived to that point yet because we are so segregated and separated and individualized amongst ourselves because all this fucking ego that's being teaching all these narcissistic males, teaching children, and all these narcissistic ass women teaching their children. And we just growing up to hate each other, growing up to hate one another instead of unifying. And we can, look, let's build the table first. Then we can discuss religion and beliefs. We want to debate and bow. It ain't even no table built. We can't even have a council without a table. So yes, look, I can't do it no more, family. I've been trying, I just can't. I've been trying for years, y'all, to try to make this make sense. And I'm the type of person that if it don't make sense to me, I don't give a fuck if y'all think I'm going against the grain or not. I gotta go against the grain. Cause I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I moved to the beat of my own drum, y'all. Look, Umar Johnson said something that was profound in a video I seen him in. He said, I don't scratch unless I itch. And he said, I don't dance unless I like the music. I said, boy, if you don't sound like me. He said, I do not scratch unless I itch, and I don't dance unless I like the music. And I'm the same way. I'm not finna scratch if I ain't itching, and I ain't dancing to nobody else's beat if I ain't feeling the vibe. And that's just what it is, regardless on whether it's religion, belief, or whatever. And what I'm saying is this. I don't see you as Muslim. I don't see you as Comedic brother. I don't see you as into Islamic relationships. I don't see you in the Circle 7 as Moorish. I don't see you as Brahmanism. I don't see you as Hinduism. I don't see you as Hebrew Israelite. Guess what I see? I see a bunch of black gods that are mentally sick and that is ill and that is dying of oppression and systematic racism that needs help. That's what I see. That's what I see. And that's how I'm going to move. That's how I'm going to operate. I'm trying to free everybody, just not black Hebrew Israelites. I'm trying to free everybody, just not black Comedic science. I'm trying to free everybody, just not the Drew Ali followers, just not the Nuwapian followers, just not the Brahmin followers, just not the black Christianity that's in the Baptist churches. If you look like me, you family. I can give a fuck what you think about what Yaki think about anything. If you look like me, you family. If you look like me, it's love there. If you look like me, you got my last. If you look like me, I got you. That's the mindset that we have to arrive to. Straight up, everybody want to African booty scratcher this. Separate themselves from the very land that you from. Separate yourself from this. Separate yourselves from Sumeria. Separate yourselves from the land. Separation, degradation. I mean, it's just some crazy ass shit. I don't get it. And to be honest with you, family, I never did. And I want to apologize to all of my followings. I want to apologize to all of my loved ones and everybody that's been looking up to me and everybody that's been following me through my evolution and how I've been evolving through the years. I want to apologize for being a puppet. I want to apologize for knowing to say this 10 years ago when heaven said this and heaven spoken this. I want to apologize for being so locked down into religion and being so locked down into Hebrew Israelites that I gangbanged in the truth. I wanted to hurt brothers and sisters that didn't believe in what I believe, and I didn't even allow myself to have patience and to have enough love in my heart for myself to love you enough to sit down and to speak about anything but religion, because it's a whole lot of shit that's going on that's killing the community that's even deeper than religion. I want to apologize for y'all that have not for not being the God that I am now, saying fuck what anybody think about this. This is the way I'm finna move, and this is the way we need to move. I apologize, because that's weak Negro shit. You know what I'm saying? To be ran by a group of men who call themselves elders and who call themselves pastors and bishops and all the, that's weak for me to have my mind mandated by another man when I know that spirit. I know that Hashem. I know that Yahweh. I know that the divine. I know that the feminine aspect in the spirit is speaking to me, telling me, hey man, that shit ain't right, and you know it ain't right. But just for the sake of feeling accepted to everybody else, because my daddy wasn't in my household. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in gangs. You see what I'm saying? I grew up gang banging in and out. I grew up with sickness, disease. I grew up not being accepted. I grew up in that lifestyle. Anybody that know me know I'm speaking nothing but facts. You see what I'm saying? So I know what it felt like to be turned around. I know what it felt like to be not accepted. So when I got into the truth and the group of elder brothers accepted me, you know what I'm saying? It felt so good. I was willing to lie to myself to keep that acceptance. Man, that's weak nigga shit. Straight up. That's weak. That's weak. And I'm telling y'all, if you feeling the same way, break those chains, because that's weak. That's weak. Man up. Woman up. Straight up. If the spirit is telling you to be free and telling you to speak truth, do it no matter who it go against. Because at the end of the day, they cannot go to heaven or hell with you. They won't be judged with you. You came in this world by yourself and you leaving by yourself. These are the facts. You came in here naked by yourself and you leaving naked by yourself. Then you're going to have to face the almighty creator of the heavens and the earth and of the planetary systems and of the universe for what you did with the breath that it gave you. And you ain't going to be able to blame it on a group of Negroes or a group of women or a group of elder sisters or a group of envious ass old men or a group of brothers that don't want to see you good, have it good, or don't want to see the leadership and the God in you. The universal creator ain't trying to hear none of that. You see that? Ain't trying to hear none of that. So we need to break these chains now. You see that? We have to break these chains now, family. We do. We do. We do. And I just love myself enough to love y'all enough to just say the truth, whether I get talked about, whether a Negro put up a picture of my face and mark my tattoos. Look, one Negro straight said, one Negro said that the 7 on my head represents the 7 of the beast. Like, dude, did you know I gang banged? You know what I'm saying? You know I gangbang. This West Side ain't on here for a reason with a red rag attached to it. The brim we made between the 6 and the 7 and the 5-point stars. Look, all of that was y'all know these are gangbanging tattoos. So I mean, yeah, I guess I did. I guess this is related to the beast because I was a part of my beastly animalistic nature and I was out my mind and I was in tune to spirituality. I knew the 7 was sacred, but you know we used it for the 7, for the G's and you know everything else. So I will this is beastly. I will say that. But for you to say that I willfully thought this was witchcraft and put this on my face, no. If you study any type of warlockism and sorcery, they hide their witchcraft. They hide it. I studied this stuff. They hide it. Why would I walk around with witchery on my forehead? The Boule, the Illuminati, they hide their sorcery. They hide their witchcraft. They are more powerful not being known than being known. You see that? So why would I walk around with a 7 that's related to sorcery when it's more powerful if I hid it? Y'all have to start making these things make sense. I have a past life. I gangbang. I did time. I got locked up. I've been shot. I've been stabbed. I got metal from here to here. I got all types of war wounds. You see what I'm saying? So, of course, I'm going to have scars and things that's going to reflect my past. And this is before I knew anything about any type of Hebrew Israelite and all of that. This is why I knew all of that. Like I said, before this, I was in the Comedic walk. I studied the Comedic science. I didn't study their religion, but I studied the Comedic science because it made sense to me, only to come into the Hebrew truth to study the Bible and see that the science was the same. And then you start studying all the science systems are the exact same. The cultural ritual traditions are different. The name that they call God is different. But the foundational truth of the science for you to come from a animalistic nature and to graduate into a God-like being, it's the same exact teachings in every religion, every teaching, in every nation on this planet Earth. And the common denominator is the order of Melchizedek. And once you really start studying the order of Melchizedek or Melchizedek, or what we gonna say properly, Melchizedek, you will start seeing that it's the same spiritual systems, y'all. And that's why all spiritual systems can relate to one another. So me, I'm done banging on the politics. I'm done with religious politics, Hebrew politics. If you want to get down, if you're ready to change the people's lives and you need to build homesteads and we can create our own literature, you ready to really heal our people and take back the mindsets of our people, I'm willing to sit down. I'm done gang banging in the truth. I've been doing that shit all my life in the streets, only to come into the truth and do the same things and to see Negroes or elders teach me like the gang leadership taught me when I got jumped in the gang when I was in St. Louis and Illinois. I have not been seeing any difference. I don't see no difference between the Hebraic community and gang banging. I don't. A lot of murdering thoughts, lust, envy, hatred, lying, stealing, You know what I'm saying? Gossiping, tale bearing. I mean, it's the same demonic, animalistic characteristics in both. So I can't. I'm cool on that aspect. I'm cool. If y'all get what I'm saying so far, type in some nines, family. If y'all get what I'm saying so far, type in some nines. Type in some nines. If y'all get everything I'm saying, type in some nines. And I love y'all. I love y'all, and I really do. And I just think it takes people to just put their neck out there and sit them own selves in a hot seat and really be a man to apologize for things. I apologize for that, for walking to the beat of another man's drum, to dancing to music that I didn't like. That was fuckery. That was not a God, and I repent from that. I'm very embarrassed by it. I don't like speaking about it, but I think that this will make us grow closer if I do speak on things, because I'm presenting myself naked before y'all, and that's how we can truly love each other and get to know each other, if we present ourselves naked, spiritually wise, to each other. All praises, all praises. So look, what I want to do is I want to open up my phone lines. Y'all can ask any questions y'all want to ask. It's only 9:30. We can go till 10 o'clock. Y'all can ask anything y'all want to ask, whether it's health wise, whether it's political, whether it's economical, whether it's the movement we got going, which is called the Risen Black Messiahs, the Risen Black Messiahs, RBMs. Man, this movement is finna be everything. I leave town tomorrow. We're gonna be in Atlanta following week after that. We have people that's giving over land. I mean, people just offering lands for us to do this stuff with. So I mean, like, we gonna be good, y'all. People are already growing crops and doing agriculture on their lands. They're willing to do trading and bartering. I mean, look, y'all, we really finna do this thing. I'm just waiting on the website to get done for y'all can see what we doing. We're gonna be dropping a lot of videos, a lot of content gonna be getting dropped on my Instagram, on my website, on the new website, which is the Risen Messiah. That's gonna be done in a few weeks. Everything is gonna be done soon, y'all, and y'all can see exactly what we doing. Talk is cheap. We done talking, and we done having intellectual pissing contests with this white man knowledge. It's time to rebirth our nation, and in order for us to rebirth our nation, we're gonna have to change a few things up. Our lingo, our definitions, the way we define the narrative, how we look at the outlets of life, our perception. We need to open up ourselves, and we truly need to learn just geographic genetics and your climate, and just where you at. It molds and shape your reality. Your environment is everything, because your environment is interwoven with your mindset. And I think I teach y'all this enough. And I hope y'all really getting it. And I hope this information is changing more lives than what it already is, because this is what this is about. So y'all give me a call. Y'all see my number on the screen. Y'all see my number on the screen. We got our first call. Let me plug him in the system.
Accept, press
peace,
1.
peace, peace, love, light, and healing. Speak your name,
2.
speak your peace.
To accept, press.
Peace, 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 love, light, and healing. Peace, peace.
See my number on the screen. Got our first call.
Hey, can you mute your peace, love, and light, God? Could you tune that background out for us? And we want to do a quick sound check to make sure everybody hear you, God, if that's cool with you, brother. All right, peace, peace.
You hear me?
Yeah, peace, peace. Hey, can my family, my brothers and sisters, the gods and the goddesses that's on the channel, can y'all hear this brother? Can y'all hear this brother good? Once they give me the green light, I'm gonna go on and let you speak, brother. I just want to make sure that they hear you well.
Yeah, you breaking up real bad.
I'm breaking up real bad.
Can y'all hear this brother good?
All right, they hear you, brother. What's going on? Talk to us, brother. Talk to us.
Oh, this is Israel. I hear you a little better now. I just want to say I appreciate everything you do, brother. You already know my healing testimonies is raising up to the max. Had one sister that was dealing with cancer, leukemia, HSV, and herpes, and she's fully healed.
That's what I'm talking about. All praises, all praises. That's what I'm talking. And that's what this is about. Indeed. And that's what this is about. Giving out this free information for people can take it upon themselves and heal the people. You see that? And now you're becoming a great successor, a great healer in the nation. Because again, I can't do this all by myself, and I'd be a fool to keep all this information to myself. So, hey, brother, I commend you, brother. Much respect, God. You know what I'm saying? Healing is going forth. I just got another beautiful call earlier from a brother Caleb. He just healed somebody of HIV, and I've been teaching him for only 9 months, and he already got him an HIV case. So this two great news in one day. So all praises, brother. Make sure you keep healing, bro. What's on your mind? Talk to me.
Yeah, I'll try to text you again. I know you're gonna be busy tomorrow. I'm going to Georgia, I think, in 2 weeks in Augusta.
I'll be.
But I'm in Florida right now, so
I'll be in Florida next month, but I'll be in Georgia in 2 weeks too. We gonna be in Marietta, Georgia. So if we can get up, let's make sure we get up. I've been meaning to talk to you again too, brother. So I'm gonna give you my personal number. Matter of fact, since you call me, send me a text, and I'm gonna text you my personal number. That way we can link, because inside of the RBM, this Risen Black Messiah movement, we're gonna have a whole group of healers, and wherever you at, that demographic, we gonna do it to a way where ain't nobody gonna step on your toes. Anybody that's in the proximity of where you at, then we're gonna be all the cases that you do, and then you can create your own following off of that, or your own people that can help you, because we finna start doing we building laboratories and everything. Like, this gonna be real big, so I most definitely need to talk to you, brother. I really do.
absolutely, my brother, and I appreciate everything you do. If anybody needs to reach out to me, I mostly teach on Bigo Live, capital YIZ Real. You can find me on there, and I'm always teaching y'all keys information,
and hey, y'all,
Savior's information.
And he teaching
Again, make
wonderfully,
sure y'all go follow this brother on IG. Make sure y'all follow him. Y'all Kid Waking on IG, YouTube. Amazing brother. And hope to talk to you soon, brother, when you get some free time.
Hey, you got my word, brother. We gonna talk tomorrow. As soon as I get off my plane, I'm gonna call you. You got my word. Aniya and Kawhi's on here. My other wife, see, even Jay on here. So Simply Jay on here too. They gonna remind me. They gonna remind me to reach out to you. I'm gonna make sure I call you, because, bro, I watched a few of them, bro. Hey, you boy. I love the way you breaking it down too. I said, man, you using the information, but you speaking it from your perspective too. So it make it even better, because it's not like it's just regurgitated. You know what I'm saying? You got your own thing and your own sauce with it. And it's beautiful, bro. But no, I got on there and I peeped it, bro. Cause y'all been like, look, you need to check the brother out. The brother been calling, check the brother out. You know, he promoting you. He doing everything that he need to do. I just be so busy, brother. But that's not an excuse. So I'm gonna make sure I reach out to you tomorrow. And hey, it's a beautiful thing. Do me a favor too. Text me your information. I'm gonna post it in this chat group too, for they can follow you as well, brother.
All right, brother. I'm gonna text you right now. Appreciate you.
Oh, it's all good, God. All right, peace, God.
Peace, love, and light.
Man, see, that brother, he been taking this information, and he been getting it. Look, he was selling a lot of our herbs and stuff, y'all. I ain't know who it was. They was just selling a lot of the herbs. I mean, buying herbs, buying it. They was doing a lot of different, they was doing a lot of different, hold on. Peace.
From
Ancient ways.
Peace, love, light, and healing. Hey, I'm finna put you on mute real quick, brother. I'm gonna put you on mute real quick.
All right, that's cool.
All right. All right, but no, so yeah, the brother, man, dude, you know, the way he break down. Hey, you gotta mute your phone, brother. You gotta mute your phone. I think that did it. Did that do it? But the way the brother was putting out the information, I love the way he was putting it out. You know what I'm saying? He really taking these teachings to the heart. And you see, he got his cancer healing case. Caleb just got an HIV healing case, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I only been teaching him for 9 months. The other brother, I've been teaching him for a long time. He been following for a long time. But this is what real healing is. It's not keeping the information to yourself, y'all. It is passing this information along for the whole world can have access to, whether they want to do it or not. For you to have the choice of whether you gotta cut your background down. You gotta. Let me just unplug it. So yeah, man, this is a beautiful thing. Y'all. All right, peace, love, light, and healing, my brother. How you feeling? You online? Hello? Peace, love, light, and healing. Speak your name, speak your peace. Peace, love, light, and healing. Speak your name, speak your peace. Hello? Y'all on here, y'all? There's so many people calling at one time. I guess it's messing up. Hit us up at 708-831. Peace, love. Y'all calling in. Look, it's so many of y'all calling at one time that y'all making the phone crash. Peace, love, light, and healing. Speak your name, speak your peace. Can you hear me? Peace. Hello? Hello? Peace, love, light, and healing. Speak your name, speak your peace. Look, y'all, this is what's going on, y'all. It's ringing off
I can hear you.
Man, it's so many. Bro, it's literally like 50 people trying to call in at once, so it's crashing the phone, man.
I can hear you.
How you feeling, brother?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you very well, brother.
Okay, good. It's like on my side, but it's all right.
All right, what's going on with you? Talk to me, brother. Talk to me.
Okay, so check this out, man. My auntie love, light, and healing. First of all, may the Most High bless you for all the work you do, my brother.
Oh, praise it.
My auntie suffering from
Y'all, that's not me. Peace, 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 love, light, and healing. Speak your name, speak your peace.
my auntie suffering from
Hello.
Yeah, how you doing, Queen? What's your name, Queen?
Hi, my name's Aaliyah. Greetings to you. Peace.
Peace, peace. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to your family.
Yes. First of all, thank you for answering because I'm actually very excited and humbled because I've been following you for a while and really it has to do with my mother. She's currently suffering with Alzheimer's dementia and I've been trying to find new and holistic ways to cure her because I have all this faith in the world to know that she can and will be cured and I've been able to successfully get her off of the medication that her doctors have been giving her, so based off of like creating tinctures on my own. But I
Okay.
still know that there's so much more for me to do,
But
and I
hey,
just wanted,
you did the hardest part
some
though.
some
You
knowledge.
Okay, so whenever we dealing with Alzheimer's disease, we're literally dealing with a dysfunction in the brain due to the nervous system. There's really no difference between Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, dementia, and all these other things. They're systematic or what you would call stagnant lymph diseases. So what you need to do is you need to put her on a all fruit diet for you can start draining that brain. But you need to drain the transverse colon, and you need to make sure that the fruits and the vegetables that you're giving her do not have any herbicides on them, any pesticides on them, or any insecticides, because these things are neurotoxins, and she's already going through what she's going through from a neurotoxin anyway. I got a question though, because we see that herpes and a lot of different types of STDs or kidney diseases can
It's a
turn
little bit cut off. I don't know what's going on. It's a little bit of a delay. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you better now.
I just think it's because there's so many people calling. I got to get a phone system. I mean, literally, my phone is ringing off the hook. But I was saying, you need to put her on an all fruit diet and make.
Yeah, because it's kind of choppy a little bit. Yeah.
Let me see. Hold on. What about now? What about now?
A little bit. Yeah, it's better a little bit now. Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna answer your question, and then I'm just gonna answer questions in the comment board until we fix this, because I don't know what's going on. But what I was saying,
I appreciate that.
it's all good. But what I was saying was that you actually you need to cleanse her, and the cleanser, the tinctures is good, but you're gonna have to put her on an all fruit diet, because the whole thing is you got to cleanse her digestive tract. Once you actually cleanse out that digestive tract, her lymphatic system can actually start being able to drain, because Alzheimer's, dementia, and all these other diseases are nothing but mucus that is built up in the brain that's coming from the lymphatic system. So in order to get rid of this mucus, you have to get rid of the medicines. You already have done that, so that is a very, very good thing that you got rid of that medicine. Now it's time to get rid of the aluminum, and it's time to get rid of the mercury and everything else that's inside of her brain that's causing this neurological problem. What I was saying was she don't need any neurotoxins though. So even though you finna put her on an all fruit and vegetable diet, make sure that when she's on these all fruits that they're organic and they don't have no herbicides, no pesticides, and no insecticides on them, because they are neurotoxins, and it will further add to the issue that she have going on. The whole thing is to drain that mucus and that's that the lymphatic system from her brain through her colon. So you have over 1,000 lymph nodes in the gut alone. So the true birth of your mucosal membrane starts in the gut. So once you relieve the gut and all that pressure and that mucus from the gut, then she'll be able to drain from the brain. That's how we able to heal people that have brain tumors and stuff like that. We can't shrink the tumor from the brain until we relieve the gut first. So once you do that, she'll be able to drain, and you will see these things like what I seen from Alzheimer's. It's a black slimy mucus that come from. Sometimes you get orange slimy mucus too, but it's like a black tar that's gonna come from it. You're gonna see it coming from her ears. You're gonna see black boogers. You're gonna see it coming from her nose, and she's gonna be coughing up a lot of mucus. You're even gonna see it coming from her eyes. That's when you know that you're getting rid of all these things that's inside of her body that's causing a dis-ease in the first place. In order to do that, keep your tinctures going. What type of tinctures are you using, and what type of herbs are you using?
Oh wow! Like actually, it's been like some of them I have in my little cabinet now, but a couple of them was like the blue I think it's Vervian.
Okay,
That's how you
blue. Yeah,
pronounce
blue
it.
vervain. That's for the nervous system. That's a good
Yeah.
herb. Okay, what else?
And then I got quite a few. It's sorry, I
It's all
wasn't
good.
prepared. And then it's what's it, Brahmi? I think it's pronounced Brahmi
Bromine.
as well.
Okay, what else?
Yeah, and then also let me see. There's quite a few. Like I've used and then what's it, bugleweed?
Bugleweed. Okay, so that's where your iron at. Greater bugleweed. That's where your iron phosphate. So write this down. I'm gonna give you a list, and then I'm gonna give you an option to just go buy it off my site as well. I'm gonna give you both of them. Okay.
Okay.
So this is what you're gonna need for her. You're gonna need to get more and more into the berries, because the berries are your glandular things. Like literally your berries is the glandular kingdom. It's gonna go after all of her glands. So you're gonna need things like ginkgo leaf and ginkgo berry. Okay, then you're gonna need goat leaf and goat berries. You got that? You're gonna need saw palazzo berries. All right, you're gonna need goji berries without the hulls.
Say that one more time.
Goji berries without the hull though. Make sure that you take the hull off of it. You got that? Okay, you're gonna need lily of the valley leaf. Lily of the valley leaf. You can get all this from my website too in whole bulk orders. Lily of the valley leaf.
Yeah.
And then look, last but not least, do not sleep on that black seed oil from Egypt. Black seed oil from Egypt. That's on the website too. And that lily of the valley you're going to use as a tea. Everything else I gave you, add that to your tincture with your blue vervain. Add that to your tincture. Make sure you're doing your ratios right, and make sure that you're using fruit alcohol and not grain alcohol.
And then, do you have an example of like a brand of that alcohol? Because
Yes. It's
the one that I've been using has been was it
Everclear. No, you get away from all grain,
Everclear,
corn. Get away from all vegetable alcohol and all potato alcohol. You're going to need sugar alcohol. You can get grape alcohol or coconut alcohol. It's a little bit more expensive, but when I say it's going to make that tincture very, very, very powerful, it's going to make that tincture very powerful. So get sugar alcohol or coconut alcohol. I mean, grape alcohol or coconut alcohol.
Did you say? You said grape?
Yep, grape alcohol or coconut alcohol. And then what you would do, hit me up on my WhatsApp or whichever line you called, whether it was the WhatsApp or the voice, the Google Voice, and I'll send you the ratio.
Okay, for sure.
Yep.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much.
All praises. And that's gonna get her good. Go ahead.
I have one. And then also, you said like an all fruit diet. Is there any fruit in particular that maybe she needs to stay from, or all fruit? It doesn't really matter.
Stay away from
organic.
Yes, keep her away from tomatoes. That's a fruit. Do not, because that's a nightshade. Don't have her eat no tomatoes whatsoever. And if you give her cucumbers, make sure that you take the skin up off of it. If you give her zucchini, make sure you take the skin up off of it, because these things are melons and you never eat the skin of melons.
Okay, got you. Yeah, I'm writing all this down in my notes.
Now, I want you to do this. I want you to give her an all fruit diet, right? Give her an all fruit diet. But if you see that medicine is going into her bloodstream real quick, give her vegetables. Make sure you give her vegetables. That will balance it out. Now, the vegetables will slow down her healing a little bit, but it won't kill her. You see that? Because if you just give her straight up all fruits and that medicine and that mercury come up out of them tissues and hit that bloodstream too hard, it can change her pH chemistry of her blood. And I mean, you can die within minutes. So make sure you monitor her, cleanse her slow. Be patient with the cleansing and feel your way through it. Cleansing is very spiritual. Feel your way through it. If the spirit tell you no, don't do it. Don't never go against your intuition when healing, okay?
Yeah, I definitely understand that. And I thank you again, just because this has been a long journey. She was diagnosed last year, and last year was a very dark period, but she's coming into the light a lot better. She's finding her essence again, and I'm just grateful for that much. And again, like I said, I've been following you, so I've been taking the little tips that I've been able to capture, because I know you've explained earlier about how you've been censored a lot by, just so much that's been going on. So I appreciate you, because it really has helped,
All
helped me.
praises. I'm
And I
glad.
will definitely give that testimony,
All
when she
praises.
comes through.
All praises. And you see what we heard. We got 2 testimonies today, just from the brother, and then from my brother just earlier before you called, and then from a brother Caleb that called earlier. So I mean, we love them. We love them. I look at them all like they are healings. These are not just my healings. These thousands of healing cases we got are y'all's too. So we all one family working to heal our people. So I appreciate you, Queen. Blessings to you, goddess.
Absolutely. Blessings to you too. Thank you.
All right, peace, love, light, and healing.
You too. Bye.
Peace. All right, so if y'all heard her good, type in some 9s and I'll take another phone call. It just everybody was calling at one time, so it was messing up the phone. I really, really do need to order one of them phone line systems. So, Ani, y'all make sure that I order one tonight. Make sure I order that tonight. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all make sure y'all sharing these things. Peace, 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 love, light, and healing. Speak your name, speak your peace. Peace, peace. You online, you on air.
Brother.
Greetings.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep, you sound good. How you doing,
Can you hear
Queen?
me?
I can hear you very good.
I'm doing good. It's Tracy Ray. I'm doing good.
How you doing, Miss Tracy? I'm supposed to be I just went over some blood work from an email.
Okay.
Yeah, ain't you Tracy that sent the blood work, right?
Yes, that's me.
Yeah, we most definitely gotta talk. Kawhi supposed to be calling you not tomorrow, but Friday morning. How you been though? The last time.
Okay, that sounds great.
How you been?
You know what? I haven't really been feeling my best. I've been doing the bitters. I've been on the diet and everything, but every now and then I do eat, some cooked food and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
But this is a new thing with my red blood count being low. My doctor said this was something new. My blood count wasn't low before, but now it is. So she was prescribing ferrous sulfate.
Oh,
but
no,
I was like,
you don't need nothing. You don't need.
I don't want to take that.
Ferrous sulfate is iron oxide. That come from a rock. You need iron phosphate, which come from a plant. You do not need ferric sulfate. That's an oxide that come from a rock, and that actually make your iron go up, but it crashes you. You're gonna have all type of headaches. You're gonna start getting boils and pimples and and it turns your skin yellow. You need iron phosphate from the actual website. What you gonna need is the blood builder and iron nourisher kit off the website. The blood builder and iron nourisher kit. Now we're gonna have to go after that the spleen, and we're gonna have to address the bone matrix to make sure that you're producing enough red enough red blood cells. Also, we're gonna have to get your glandular highway together and go after that thymus. But once you start taking that blood and brain nourisher kit, iron nourisher kit, that's gonna bring your red blood cells right back up. How your platelets look? How's the platelets?
I will have to let me look at that paper. I'm not really sure. I'll look at the paper.
You got the paper on you now. Look at your platelets and your hemoglobin. I want to see both of them.
It says hemoglobin 11.2.
That ain't bad. See, so that's not bad.
It says platelets 189.
That ain't that bad. We can get that up a little bit too, but that ain't that bad. And then your red blood count is what?
3.82.
Yeah, we most definitely need to get that up. What about your white blood cells? I bet your white blood cells skyrocketing, ain't they?
It said 3.6.
Oh, that shit. Okay, so read your neutrophil. What do your neutrophils say then? And your monophils. Look at your
neutrophil says 2.4.
Okay, that ain't bad. What about
lymphocytes? Oh, I'm sorry.
Let me see your monos too. What do your monos say?
Monocyte?
Yeah.
0.3.
Okay, and what do your lymphocytes say?
0.8.
It seemed like that you kind of messing with you had a flu or a cold or something. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like that you had like a little infection in your blood. Did you have like a flu or a cold? That's just because your lymphatic system is at work, and I just don't see why your lymphatic system is at work so much. Plus your red blood count is down, but even though your red blood count is down, your iron phosphate and your hemoglobin it can be up a little bit, but like your standard is 11.4, but you had 11.2, so that's not even that bad, but still your red blood count is low. So it's something that's going on with the spleen, the thymus gland, and the bone calcium matrix. What we gonna do is, though, we gonna go through and we gonna clean out your spleen, we gonna clean out your bone calcium matrix, and we gonna clean your thymus gland and start getting you producing more red blood cells. But I'm wondering why are they becoming depleted in the first place? Because even your platelets is not that bad, and that's what creates blood cells and creates your blood clots to keep you from thinning out and keep your blood from thinning and you bleeding out and stuff like that. So it sounds like to me, just listening to the information, that you done had some type of affection in your blood. That's what it sounds like. Yeah. And
No, I haven't been diagnosed with anything.
have you been taking antibiotics?
No, I haven't been taking any antibiotics.
Yeah, see, that's crazy. Yeah, so we gotta figure.
Years ago. It's been a long time since I've had.
So what we're gonna have to figure out is then why you're not producing red blood cells, and that's what I need to see. That's what I need to figure out. So what I need from you is a renal, because your kidneys do you have a renal panel? Do it shows your bun number, your blood, your urine, and your nitrogen levels, and your GFRI? Do it shows that your filtration rate? Because your kidneys hold a lot of blood too. I'm wondering if your kidneys are holding all of that blood and it's not keeping it from circulating. Because we had a couple of cases like that too, where she wasn't producing. No matter of fact, it was a she. She wasn't producing a lot of red blood cells, and it comes out it was her kidneys that was holding all of that blood. You know what I'm saying? And then that's another good one too.
Everything that was on the chart is what I sent to you, but I didn't see anything that said bun. Would that be a separate report?
Yeah, they usually come together though. Okay, well then, what and not to be in your business all personal, what about your menstrual cycle? Are you bleeding heavy?
No, I'm 56. I haven't had a cycle since
right, menopause and all of that.
I was 50.
Okay,
right.
And you ain't been seeing no drops or nothing coming, huh?
No.
I bet you my bottom dollar. I bet you I know what it is. I bet you it's your kidneys. I bet you it's your kidneys. I'm telling you, I bet you it's your kidneys. It'll have to be your kidneys, and that's the reason why your lymphatic system will be fighting the way it is. Because if you look at the so-called immunological system, which is your neutrophils, your monocytes, and your lymphocytes, it's a reason why them numbers are the way they are, because it's fighting against something. And then that makes sense why your white blood count is low, just like your red blood count. It ain't as low, but it's still low. It seems like it's something going on, and I bet you it's directed to the kidney. So what I want you to do is I want you to get a renal metabolic panel, and this is going to show me your blood, urine, nitrogen ratio, your protein ratio. Make sure you're not leaking any proteins out of your urine, and it's gonna check the functioning of your nephrons in your kidneys. Because I'm surprised they ain't checked your body to see if you was leaking blood and nothing like that, huh?
Yeah, so that's what she was saying. My doctor was saying that she wants me to have a colonoscopy
to see if you're not leaking,
see if there's any.
I agree. Look, and I'm not gonna lie to you, Queen. I'm not extremist. I agree with her, because if it's not the kidneys, which is probably 9 times out of 10, I can bet my bottom dollar that's what it is. Then the only other thing we can say is that you leaking in your gut, you leaking in your colon, which happens a lot too. And we don't want that to happen, because that can turn into other things if you leaking. Because the thing is, the blood is going somewhere. You have to be producing blood because you're producing hemoglobin. You see that? So you have to be producing blood, but where's the blood going? That's the whole question. Where is it going? Especially if it's not leaving your body. You don't went through your menopause. You're not bleeding. You're not running forth the issue. So where's the blood going? So you could be leaking in the gut. You know what I'm saying? Which happens a lot. Or this blood can be filling up your kidneys, and your nephrons is not releasing the pressure to go back to your heart and bringing these bloods into the rest of the body like it's supposed to. It's either or, but I bet you my bottom dollar is the kidneys though.
Okay, so I need the renal panel.
Yep. Then don't be freaking out either, Queen. Don't freak out or be running scared. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just get the renal. It's called a renal metabolic panel. And what we looking for is your Bun's number, your nitrogen bun ratio. We looking for your sodium potassium rate, and we looking for your kidney filtration, your African GFR. That's what GFIR, and that's what we're looking for. You send me that, and we can look at that as well. And I'm pretty sure it's your kidneys. I don't think you leaking like that, because if you was, you'd be passing out, you'd be nauseated, you would have a metallic taste in your mouth, you'll see swelling in your legs and stuff like that. You ain't seeing none of those, are you?
No, not really, but
Not really.
when I did, no, I mean, like I've the metallic taste, I've experienced that rarely, like once in a blue moon, but that's not something that normally happens. I don't have any swelling
Okay.
in my legs. I have regular urination and bowel movements every day.
You're not seeing any blood or discolorations inside of your urine, is you?
No.
Or nor when you defecate, you ain't seeing no blood in the stool?
No.
Yeah, it's your kidneys, Queen. I'm telling you. It's them kidneys. It's them kidneys. It's them kidneys. Yeah, give me that renal metabolic panel and let's go from there. And then Kawhi, if you can get it before, if you can get it tomorrow, that'd be perfect, because Kawhi's supposed to be calling you Friday.
Okay. And I just wanted to add one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
When I did have the subarachnoid hemorrhage that I had back in May of 2020, while I was in ICU, they kept saying that I was losing a lot of electrolytes. They couldn't understand why I was losing a lot of electrolytes, potassium and sodium, and
yeah, but I mean,
the electrolytes.
What take away electrolytes is, so electrolytes come from electron. What takes away electrolytes and electrons is protons and acids. So usually when you're losing a lot of electrolytes, that means the body is highly dehydrated from systemic acidosis. And that's the reason why I do want to check your urine, because when I check your urine, I can check your pH, and it's going to tell me a lot through your potential hydrogen and whether you got a lot of hydrogen in you building up. And these things cause hemorrhaging too, especially when your body is being dehydrated and all of the waters and things that are stuck inside of your cells and in your blood, because the blood cells is made of 66% water. When all this water starts being deprived, the body starts reaching out for water in different extremities of the body, and this causes a lot of hemorrhaging too. So the reason why you don't have any electrolytes or you losing electrolytes because your body pH is more acidic than it is alkaline. So always remember that whenever you need electrolytes, because all electrolytes is mineral charges that goes inside of your water or goes inside of your H2O or your H3O2 or goes inside your cells. The body is made of 66% water. Your brain is made of 90% water. So you need electrolytes to go in there. All electrolytes means is trace electrical minerals. So that just means you're leaking minerals. And the only reason why you leaking minerals is because your adrenal glands is down, which sits on top of your kidneys again. All these going back to the kidneys and the adrenals, Queen, and you're not utilizing them properly, which will be another kidney and adrenal problem. So that everything is leading back to the kidneys and the adrenal.
Okay.
So don't be freaking out, though. We're going to get you together. Don't freak out. Just get that renal metabolic panel. And then when we talk to you Friday, I already told you what you're going to need, because regardless, even if it's any other things I'm talking about, you still going to have to build your blood. You still going to have to address the kidneys, the autonomic nervous system, the parasympathetic, sympathetic nervous system, which is the adrenals that sit on top of the kidneys. We still going to have to go after the kidneys and the adrenals and the thymus gland and the spleen. So it's going to be the same thing. Whether we hear more or less, it's still going to be the same blood builder and iron nourisher kit, which is on the site.
Okay, and so I just had a scan today, an ultrasound of my thyroid, because they said there were nodules on my thyroid.
Yeah, is they calling it Hashimoto's? They calling it goiters? What they calling? They're just calling it small nodules.
They just said small nodule. She wanted to check it and compare to see if they were going away or what they were doing, because they noticed them after I had the hemorrhage last year.
All right, well, I'm gonna answer this, and then as people call, I want to get to another call. When it comes to the thyroid gland, the thyroid is in control of your metabolic process. The thyroid is in control of your heartbeat. The heartbeat is in control of the valve, which is for your blood again and for your kidneys. See that? And the thyroid is in control of, I already said, metabolic process. It's in control of your parathyroid, your calcium matrix, your bones, which go back to the thyroid as well. You see that? The thyroid is in control of utilization because it works in symmetry with the adrenal glands. The thyroid is one of the master glands of the body, along with the pituitary gland and the adrenal gland. So that do play a major role into everything else you got going on too. So that means you are losing electrolytes, because one of the electrolytes you're going to need is your iodine and your bromines, and these directly go to the thyroid and feed the thyroid everything it needs to produce parathyroxine and parathyroid. So that do play a major role in it as well. So let me see give me a T1 scan, like send me your T1s. I want to see how your T1 levels are. I want to look at that as well, and I need a renal metabolic panel for you. That's what I'm gonna need. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
It's all good, Queen.
Peace, love, light, and healing.
Peace, love, light, and healing. Bye. My bad, y'all. I love that Queen. She's a very, very good sister, and I was supposed to get back with her, so I had to answer them questions. Y'all can call on in. I know y'all was bringing the phone off the hook. I got to spend some time with my children and my family before I leave for out of town. So peace, love, light, and healing, family. Speak your name, speak your peace. I had to answer no questions. Y'all can call on in. Hey, turn your background down. Peace. Can you hear me? Peace, love, light, and healing.
Peace, love, light, and healing. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you well. What's going on? What you got?
Hey, Shalom, King. So I've been my whole life practically I've been type 1 diabetic. Hold
on, brother. I can't hear. It's so many people calling in, brother. I can't even hear you. Hold on. Hey, y'all, I'm already on the phone with somebody. Could y'all please calm it down while we on the phone? They already on the phone, y'all. I can't hear them because so many people calling in. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so I've been type 1 diabetic most of my life. At age 19, I had a kidney transplant because I had renal failure. Mm-hmm. So as of now, I take immunosuppressive medication for a kidney transplant, as well as still taking insulin for type 1 diabetes. And I want to know, what would you recommend to reverse the renal failure and get my pancreas to start working back on its own?
So my question would be to you, as far as the kidney transplant and the immunosuppressant additives you're taking, did your kidney ever take, or the moment that you stop taking this immunosuppressant, the kidney will reject the body and the body will reject the kidney?
I've gone maybe like a week or so without the actual medicine before, and it didn't reject, but I could tell I wasn't producing as much urine as I was when I was taking the medication to keep, to suppress my immune system.
Okay. So if it was me, what I would do is I will make sure that I'm taking a lot of herbs that's constantly supporting, because you're going to be on that for the rest of your life if you don't get on herbs. But what I would do, I'll just be thinking like this. Okay, it's either take this medicine for the rest of my life or take these herbs for the rest of my life. And I can give you the herbal formula. You can make these things up yourself, and that'll keep the kidneys open for filtering, and it keep you urinating through your urethra and all of those things for your body can take it. Now, the thing is you're going to have to address the blood, because the kidneys filter 8 pints of blood every single day, and that's the thing. You're gonna have to worry about your blood not getting dirty, and what causes the blood to stay from being dirty or to stay from changing its potential hydrogen balance of a 7.45 will be the kidneys. So is both of your kidneys functioning properly now since you had the kidney transplant, or are you only working with one of them?
I'm just working with the transplant kidney. Like my natural kidneys, they didn't have enough function on their own to be considered healthy, so that's why I had to have an actual transplanted kidney inside me. How much were you filtering through the transplant kidney? Through the transplant kidney, I'm getting like I don't remember my last lab readings, to be honest with you, but like my kidney function is normal as far as with the transplanted kidney. Okay. And one more question: the kidneys that are they still have the kidneys in your body. They didn't take them out, right? Yeah. And I still have my natural kidneys. Is they still connected? Yes. Man, I say let's try to wake them things up, man. We can try to wake them up if we turn on that autonomic nervous system and get your adrenal glands up and running. We should see if we can get some type of electrical conductivity going with them kidneys and resuscitate them kidneys. We should try to do that. In the meantime, what I would do, I recommend you make your own formula. I will give you a kidney formula that will open them kidneys up. If you're ready to write it down, I'll give it to you, and y'all can write it down too on here. I'm ready. All right, you're going to need organic parsley leaf. Okay. All right, you're going to need nettle root, stingy nettle root. Okay. You're going to need cleaver's herb. This is the stem, the root, and the leaf and the shoot all in one. Cleaver's herb. Okay. You're going to need violet herb. It's literally called violet herb. Okay. You're going to need poke root. Okay.
You're gonna need plantain leaf. Plantain leaf.
Okay.
And last but not least, you're gonna have to get you some juniper berries. Juniper berries.
Okay.
All right, now look, this is gonna be your ratio for everything you do. You're gonna use equal parts, but the poke root.
Okay.
Do not use equal parts with the poke root.
Okay.
So with the poke root, you're gonna do a half of that. So say if you do an ounce of each, you're gonna do a half ounce of poke root. Say if you do a 2 ounces of each, you're gonna do an ounce of poke root. I don't know how you're gonna want to mix it up or do it. Now, when you mix things up, we're not gonna grind them up. We're not gonna do nothing. We're gonna use these as teas because these teas is gonna act as a diuretic, and these diuretics is gonna get the kidneys functioning, and it's gonna get you to open up the kidneys and the meridians. That way, you can filtrate even more.
Okay.
All right, you're gonna do 3 8-ounce glasses a day of this, though. 3 8-ounce glasses a day, and then the more and more you start seeing filtration and you start feeling things kick on. And now a good sign is when you start feeling your original kidney start hurting. When you start feeling both sides of your back hurting, that means we got action. Something is kicking back on.
Okay.
And throughout this, every 2 months, I want to just get your kidneys checked to see their filtration rate.
Right. Okay.
All right, and if you need any herbs, just let me know. I got them same ratios and things here, but if you can get the herbs yourself and make them yourself, that'd be perfect. But if not, I do got the same things for you. And no, y'all, he do have 3 kidneys, y'all. But his 2, like he said, his 2 original kidneys, it wasn't functioning properly, so they gave him a kidney transplant. So his original kidneys are still connected. They did not disconnect them, but they just not working, and they gave him a working kidney. So what we trying to do is turn on the automatic parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system, which is the adrenal glands that's sitting on top of them kidneys to kick them back on. Now that's what I am wondering though, if they gave you a 3rd kidney, what did they hijack the adrenal and just connect it to the adrenal? Because without the adrenal, your kidney wouldn't be working anyway. So I wonder how they did that.
From what I can remember, because it's been since 2013. So what I can remember was like literally like the day after the transplant, I know I was still under like a lot of the sedation.
Mm-hmm.
I know the doctor was saying that I had to take a steroid, which is prednisone, to keep my adrenaline glands working. So I want to say even when I was going through dialysis, I still was experiencing adrenaline rushes and things of that nature. So I don't think they actually stopped functioning themselves.
So what they did was they just hijacked your adrenal. So they literally put a kidney in your body and connected it to your adrenal with your other kidneys. Okay, that makes sense. Makes sense. So yep, that's what you need, brother. And then make sure you give me over that paperwork and let's try that. Let's see how they work, and we can go forward from there, man. I think you're gonna be very pleased with the results just from that ratio I gave you, though.
Okay, I appreciate it.
It's all good. Peace, love, light, and healing, brother.
Peace, love, light, and healing. Thanks.
All right, I got time for, matter of fact, it's 10:19. I can't do no more. With that being said, I love y'all indeed and in true, family. If y'all got some understanding, overstanding, and understanding this whole segment, please type in some 9s for me. If you love yourself, if you love health, and if you choose health over wealth, if you choose spirituality over religion, if you choose common sense over falsehood, type in some 9s and let me know you love yourself. Type in some 9s and let me know you love yourself. I know y'all calling in, family. This have to be my last call. I still got to do some housework. You know what I'm saying? I ain't did no housework all week. I got to put some light bulbs up and tighten doorknobs and all types of stuff. Plus, I got to pack and get ready for my trip tomorrow, y'all. I can't do no more calls. And this somebody been blowing me up. I've been getting a lot of New York calls, too. Some Jamaica calls came through here and everything. All right, that's what's up. Well, look, I love myself, family, and I love my cells. If you love yourself and you love your cells, type in I love myself. If you're ready to change your diet, if you're ready to change your whole perception of this reality, type in I love my cells. If you're ready to raise your children properly with the proper information, type in I love my cells. If you done sending your children to European school and sending them to African school, type in I love myself, because you would never see a gorilla send his children to polar bear school to be taught by polar bears. You would never see a gorilla send his baby gorillas to be fed by polar bears, because the food is different, the education is different, the environment and way they interact with the environment is different. If you understand that, type in you love yourself and you love yourselves. All right, family. Look, remember this. In order to really, really get freedom, y'all, it will have to be through revolution. Freedom is revolutionary. Revolution, a revolution, and an evolution is something that changes or turn on an axis. We have to change and turn 180 degrees, not 360, because that's going to end up back in this very bullshit, depressive state that we in now. We have to do a 180. We have to repent. We have to turn back from our ways and all of this false gnosis and knowledge that our oppressor gave us. And we're going to have to take back our freedom, family. That's the only way. And the best way to do that is through spirituality and psychological warfare. Now, I'm not saying that things don't ever get bloody, because they do, but we focusing on more of the academics, more of the intellect, and more of our culture and our history, and just true Godship. We have to tap back into that. We have to open up these meridian pathways. We have to open up and expand our consciousness. It's a whole evolution, and consciousness is expanding. Do not get left behind. Do not get stuck on the bus, family. We have to evolve with Earth, because Mother Earth is evolving. You see that? Heavenly Father is evolving, and we have to evolve and expand with it, or we will be left behind. Earth is purging herself, so do not be the weak, because the weak will be pleaded and detoxed out when she do detox herself. With that being said, I love y'all, organic Black African family. Shalom, shalom, peace, love, light, and healing. Peace to the gods, peace to the earth, peace.